Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope all of you are doing really good. And in this video, I'm going to give you some information on supervised versus unsupervised learning. I've taken a previous video on what machine learning is, and supervised and unsupervised learning is types of models in machine learning. So if you really have no idea on what machine learning is and you want to get some information, I recommend you to click on the link in the description box. So without any further delay, let's get into it. So as I said, in machine learning, we have a set of models. And there are three models. One is supervised learning, the second unsupervised learning, and the third one is reinforcement learning. But the scope and objective of this video is to understand what supervised learning is and what unsupervised learning is then. So let's get into what these two are. So first one is supervised learning. So before we go into the definition of it, let's go back, okay, and look at it with an example. So a child, okay, who has no prior knowledge, okay, let's say like the mother shows a fruit to the child, okay, or let's say for example here there's this big lemon, okay. So the mother shows the child a lemon and says if it's big, okay, kind of oval in shape, and if it's yellow, then it's a lemon. So the child understands this, okay, and the next time the child sees something like that, the child will recognize that it's a lemon. Similarly for anything, okay, it can be any object. It can be for a car, it can be for a color, etc. But the real crux is that initially the child is taught what is what. In this case, the child is taught what is a lemon, so that next time the child can identify what is a lemon. So now going back to the definition of supervised learning. So in supervised learning, we teach or train the machine using data that is well labeled. So which means some data is already tagged with the correct answer. So with that data, we are going to teach the machine. So in this example, we already tagged the object as a lemon since it is yellow and it's kind of oval in shape, okay, and that data which is already well labeled, which says lemon, is taught to the child, okay. So it's nothing new for the child, it's taught with well labeled information, okay. The machine learns the things from training data. In our case, the child learns whatever is in the fruit basket. Whatever fruits are there, the child learns, okay, this is an apple, this is an orange, this is a mango, this is a strawberry. The child learns whatever is in that training data and then applies this knowledge and then applies this in future to the other new data that it sees. So for example, in future, if the child is going to recognize an apple, the child is going to say, yes, this is an apple. If the child recognizes that if it's mango, the child then identifies and says that this is a mango. It's all because of the training that the child has got, that it's able to apply that knowledge to the new information that is coming its way. So this is about supervised learning. It's something like, you know, a supervisor hand holding you and telling you what is what, and then with that you are able to identify the information. The second one is unsupervised learning. So again, let's go back to the basics. So have you ever noticed a child, when you leave the child alone, and you give the child some objects? In this case, there is this game where all the objects are of a particular color. You would notice that the child somehow identifies similarities, okay, let's say in this case colors, and kind of groups them together. So no one actually told the child that each one have to be grouped together. The child just learns what is there at hand and tries to group them up based on some patterns, some information as well. So now let's go to see what unsupervised learning is. So unsupervised learning is training of a machine using information that is neither classified nor labeled, okay. So in this case, the child had information in front of it which was not classified, not labeled as whether it's a, you know, it's of a particular color, nothing of that sort. And the second half is and allowing the algorithm to act on that information without guidance. So in this case, the child is acting on that information without anyone actually telling the child to group things of the same color. So hence the task of the machine is to group unsorted information according to similarities, patterns and differences without any prior training of the data. So the child sees certain patterns, certain similarities and differences. In this example, it's similarity, the objects are similar in color and the child groups them. Initially it was unsorted, but the child groups them together based on certain similarities. So that's what machine learning, this particular unsupervised learning algorithm or the model actually achieves. So the machine starts grouping information without any prior guidance based on certain patterns and certain similarities. So now you can start seeing how this artificial intelligence is actually evolving. First is like a baby, you tell the baby what is what, and then the baby starts identifying. In the second stage of unsupervised learning, the child starts identifying certain similarities and patterns and grouping them together, which is the second level of learning. So in the same way, we train the system to replicate or imitate this learning style of human beings. So I think you would start to see how the machine and is also learning, is evolving in terms of its learning. So that's it for what is supervised and unsupervised learning. It's just totally concept, what to say. I'm explaining the concepts and I'm not going into detail with any technicality or any algorithms and stuff like that. So the entire aim of this video was just to convey what is unsupervised and supervised learning. So if you found this video helpful, please do give this a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do subscribe and also do share your feedbacks. Thank you.